I absolutely love a ketogenic diet for weight loss. I get to eat all the foods I really love: bacon, sausage, any kind of fatty meat, avocados. Eat a lot of spinach, a lot of broccoli, things that I really enjoy eating. I do not get hungry. The first week of it is misery with carb cravings, etc., the keto flu, but after that, I just lose weight like crazy, and I get to eat all the foods that I love, and I'm never hungry. I've been on this keto diet for 10 days now. I'm down 7 pounds. I'm taking in about 1,800 calories a day. My average daily calorie expenditure right now is about 2,000. So I'm at a 200 calorie deficit, and the math doesn't really add up, losing 7 pounds in 10 days on a 200 calorie deficit. A lot of that's going to be water from transitioning from moderate to high carbs to low or no carbs. But body's changing, weight's coming off, and I'm happy with it. This is my second time in a keto cycle. This video today is just going to be a full day of eating, what I ate today, and how I went about it, how I prepared it, so you get an idea of what a keto diet looks like. I start my day with 1 keto coffee, which is 2 cups of coffee, 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and then 1 teaspoon of creatine monohydrate. That gets my day started right, gets my fat content going, wakes me up in the morning with the caffeine from the coffee, and 227 calories, pretty much all fat. So I put it together in this Ninja cup. Just put it all in there, pour the hot coffee in last, and then I throw it on the Ninja blender real quick. It doesn't have to be a Ninja or a fancy blender. You can use a little hand stir to get it going, but it really tastes like it tastes good. You wouldn't think that coffee with butter and coconut oil in it would be that appealing, but it's really fantastic. All right, so if I was calorie restricted, the keto coffee might get me all the way up till lunch at about 11 or 12 o'clock without any problems, no real hunger or issues. I'm not calorie restricted right now. I'm still lifting, and I don't want to compromise that, so I'm going to keep on eating. My breakfast today is going to be 3 strips of bacon, 2 eggs. That combined with my keto coffee gets me to 630 so calories for the day. It gets me about 35% of the way through my fat requirement. Gets me about 25% of the way through my protein requirement for the day, and it will give me about 2 or so trace carbs from the eggs. It's a good start to the day. It'll get me through my workout, and then I'll show you guys in a few minutes what I'm going to have for lunch. So I was putting my eggs away, and I saw some goat brie in the fridge. It really spoke to me, so I added 1 ounce of goat brie to my breakfast. I don't know if you can see it. But I also salted my eggs. Basically salted the entire meal. Electrolytes are important, especially on this diet. So I've added a little bit of sodium to it to keep those going. I want to try and avoid the headaches and muscle cramps that can go along with the keto diet, largely due to a lack of electrolytes. That's why I salt every meal I eat. All right, so just to look at my lunch for today, it's going to be about 627 calories. I'm going to do 2 ounces of regular cream cheese for some fat, mixed in with 2 cups of frozen spinach that I'm going to cook. And then I have 4.9 ounces of wild salmon that I'm going to cook. And then I'm going to put 1/3 of a cup of Parmesan cheese on the salmon. I'll cook it up now, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Oh, also I'm going to cook the salmon. I'm just going to pan sear it in a tablespoon of butter. And then when I'm done bringing it up to temperature, I'll pour the butter on top of the salmon so that I keep that fat. All right, here's what it looks like on the plate. At the last minute, I elected to put the Parmesan cheese in with the cream cheese and the spinach, making just kind of a cream spinach. And of course, I did salt both the salmon and the spinach. I'm looking forward to eating this for lunch. With the addition of the tablespoon of butter, I think it is over 600 calories, maybe closer to 700. But that gets me a good start for my day and still leaves plenty of room for dinner and possibly a snack later. All right, Internet, it's now time for dinner. Not nearly as pretty as breakfast or lunch, but I'm tired and I'm just trying to finish out the day. I got 8 ounces of 8614 ground beef in patties with some bacon and cheddar cheese inside, topped with a little bit of avocado. That finishes me out for the day, and of course I'm going to salt it. Finishes me out for the day right around 2,000 calories. And met my protein requirements, I met my fat requirements. I'm still quite shy on carbohydrates. If I do get hungry later, I'll come back and get half a cup of 4% fat cottage cheese, the whole fat cottage cheese. Will be the last thing I do today, but only if I get hungry later. Otherwise, I think I'm done. All right, so I lied. I took a look at my macros and decided I had room for a beer. So I went and got a Sam Adams Oktoberfest. That's how I'm going to finish off my day instead of cottage cheese. It's got 18.7 carbs in it, but I've been really good all day. It's going to put me at about 29 total carbs for the day once I subtract out some fiber. So I'm happy with that. 29 is not overboard on a keto diet.